Welcome back to Celebrial, the channel where we dig up the rumors Hollywood wishes would disappear. But you know us? We bring them right back to the surface. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today's story is one of the wildest, longest-running whispers in the industry, and it just exploded back into the spotlight. Before we start, subscribe, like, and stay tuned. Big story ahead. This rumor just won't stay buried. No matter how many years pass, no matter how hard people try to move on, it crawls right back out of the shadows. Louder, messier, and more confusing than before. For almost a decade now, fans have been dissecting the same jaw-dropping claim that Jay-Z might secretly be the father of Kelly Rowland's son, Titan. It's one of those stories that refuses to die. It started as quiet whispers on forums, then turned into late-night Twitter threads, and now it's back dominating social media, like it never left. People are arguing, pulling up timelines, photos, interviews.
The moment I walked in there, I saw his face. I saw how old he was. I saw time. I said, something said, be quiet.
Treating this rumor like a full-blown true crime investigation. Now, let's be clear. Kelly Rowland has never said anything reckless. She's always been loyal, respectful, and classy. But the internet? Oh, it has no brakes. She never added fuel to the fire, not once. But recently, when Kelly finally decided to address the rumor directly, everything froze. Not because of what she said, but because of what she didn't say. That silence, that tiny hesitation, sent the entire internet straight into detective mode. Because if this were just random, ridiculous gossip, why does it keep coming back every single year? Why hasn't it faded like every other fake celebrity rumor?
Sink a little, but you don't ever sink for anybody. You stand straight, you put your head and face forward, and you know exactly what you bring to the table. Because when you do...
Every time Jay-Z and Kelly are spotted in the same room, every time Titan's name starts trending, every time someone pulls up an old Destiny's Child interview, boom, the comparisons start flying again. Fans line up photos side by side, analyzing facial features, matching mannerisms, zooming in like CSI techs. TikToks appear overnight, Reddit threads go viral, and suddenly, it's a brand new investigation. And here's where things get really wild. For years, people have insisted that Titan looks way too much like Jay-Z. The nose, the jawline, the smirk, even the way he moves.
Life is enriching me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like through different things, through marriage, through having my son 1 week and losing my mom the next week. So it's just like, it's so many different things that have shaped me, and I'm just going through it, and I can't just keep that kind of stuff to myself.
Amen.
I feel like it's worth sharing, and I want to share it, and I want to be honest, and you know what I mean?
Fans swear the similarities are undeniable. Some fans are even saying Titan looks more like Jay-Z than Jay-Z's own kids. Whether that's wild, disrespectful, or straight delusional, it shows just how massive this rumor has become. It's grown legs, arms, and a whole personality of its own. And now that Kelly finally broke her silence, people are convinced there's something deeper hiding underneath. But to understand how this rumor turned into a full-blown urban legend, you've gotta rewind. Because Kelly Rowland's connection to the Knowles family wasn't just close. It was family-level close.
I think it's because he loves me, and also when he does it, I think he's like trying to get my attention.
Kelly wasn't just Beyonce's best friend. She wasn't some industry peer. She was practically raised inside the Knowles household. After moving from Atlanta to Houston, Kelly met Beyonce. And from that moment, their bond was instant and unshakable. They weren't just group mates, they were sisters. Kelly didn't just hang out at Beyonce's house, she lived there. Tina Knowles has said it herself. She fed Kelly, guided her, loved her like her own child. That wasn't friendship, that was family. Kelly wasn't an outsider. She was in rehearsals, in the studio, at family dinners, inside the Knowles inner circle in a way most people never were. Beyonce's home became her home.
So I'm having a moment this morning because my son just walks up to me, and why is he this tall?
And as Beyonce rose to fame, Kelly was right there climbing with her. From day one, Kelly was singing her heart out, rehearsing late nights, and chasing the same dream as Beyonce. By the time she joined the earliest version of Destiny's Child, back when they were still girls' time, it was obvious she was born for the stage. She even performed on Star Search as a kid. They didn't win, the group fell apart, rebranded, and rebuilt. But that early failure became the foundation for everything that came next. Once Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, stepped in as manager, everything shifted. The girls got a deal, hit the studio, and Destiny's Child eventually exploded with their breakout hit, No, No, No. From there, it was domination, Billboard charts, award shows, world tours, global fame. Destiny's Child owned the late 90s and early 2000s. But even with all the success, one thing was impossible to ignore. Beyonce was always positioned as the star. Labels pushed her, the spotlight followed her. Fans could feel it. Kelly wasn't ignored, but she was clearly placed in the second lead spot, and that label stuck hard. Years later, Kelly admitted the truth in her emotional track, Dirty Laundry. She opened up about jealousy, pain, and the emotional weight of living in Beyonce's shadow. That wasn't just career pressure. It was a lifelong sisterhood being reshaped by fame, insecurity, and silence. And this is where the Jay-Z rumor resurfaces. Because once you understand how deeply Kelly was woven into the Knowles family, raised alongside Beyonce, living under the same roof, part of their inner circle, it makes people pause and ask the question, could the rumor ever have been possible? No one in the industry wants to touch what really happened behind closed doors, because Kelly wasn't just Beyonce's bandmate, she was family. She didn't just visit the Knowles household, she lived there. So when Jay-Z came into Beyonce's life, Kelly and Jay didn't just become acquaintances, they became family adjacent. Holidays, birthdays, tour parties, private dinners, they were around each other constantly for years. And that's exactly why this rumor refuses to die. When people share that much history, that much closeness, the internet is never going to let it go. Things got even messier after the Harder They Fall premiere. Jay-Z walked the red carpet cool and composed until he spotted Kelly a few feet away. In a split second, everything changed. His whole face lit up. He stretched his arms out, smiling like he hadn't seen her in years. It was a total energy shift. Shady? Not necessarily. Suspicious for a man as controlled and calculated as Jay-Z? Absolutely. Fans caught it immediately. Comment sections exploded. Why did he light up like that? The smile wasn't normal. And here's the thing, it wasn't an isolated moment. Over the years, Jay-Z and Kelly have always shown a natural comfort around each other. Warmth, ease, chemistry that people can't stop dissecting because once you notice it, you cannot unsee it. That's when the whispers got louder and bolder. People started suggesting the unthinkable. Maybe, just maybe, Kelly's son Titan isn't just her husband's child. Let's be real. Titan is adorable. He's got Kelly's glow, her smile, her warmth. But fans swear they see Jay-Z in his features too, especially the nose, and that unmistakable Jay-Z grin. Once the internet thinks it sees something, it does not let go. People have been making side-by-side comparisons for years. Titan next to Jay-Z, Titan next to Blue Ivy, even Titan next to Jay-Z's childhood photos. And honestly, the resemblance has fans shook. Some even claim Titan looks more like Jay-Z than Jay-Z's own kids. Wild? Yes. But social media loves a wildfire, and this rumor has unlimited oxygen. Every new photo of Titan, every public moment with Kelly, every rare Jay-Z interaction. Instead of killing the rumor, it feeds it. But here's a huge part of why the whispers won't die. Kelly's husband, Tim Weatherspoon. He's one of the most low-key celebrity husbands ever. No interviews, rare appearances. barely any public photos with Titan. The internet, being the internet, treats that privacy like a neon sign. Fans claim Titan doesn't strongly resemble Tim. And boom, the speculation resets all over again. And then there's Jay-Z, who has quietly been there for Kelly during her hardest seasons, when she lost her mother, when she reconciled with her estranged father, and during major shifts in her career. Not loud support, not public gestures, private, behind-the-scenes comfort. Fans saw that closeness and instantly started connecting dots that may not even exist. But let's be real for a second. Sometimes kids just look like other people. Genetics can be weird. Coincidences happen. A resemblance does not automatically mean scandal. Still, this rumor didn't appear out of thin air, because Jay-Z's name has been tied to paternity drama before. Enter Rhymir Satweight, a man from New Jersey who has spent more than a decade claiming Jay-Z is his father. And here's the twist. Rhymir doesn't act like someone chasing clout. He acts like someone chasing answers. And this is where everything starts getting messy. Rhymir has been fighting for years just to get one thing, a DNA test, one simple swab. But Jay-Z's legal team? They've been working overtime to shut that door every single time. Not ignoring it, blocking it. Legal loopholes, jurisdiction arguments, technicalities, motions, delays, anything and everything to avoid that test. At one point, Jay-Z's lawyers even argued that a New Jersey court didn't have the authority to order a paternity test. Instead of clearing his name, they buried the case in paperwork. Over a decade of filings, and still zero closure. Meanwhile, Rhymir never backed down. His godmother, Dr. Lily Coley, jumped in to help, filing new suits claiming the entire system was stacked against him. They said judges were biased. That paperwork kept disappearing, that someone very powerful was pulling strings behind the scenes. Whether Rhymir is Jay-Z's son or not, nobody knows. But the fact that the case has dragged on this long without a straight answer has everyone side-eyeing the situation. And when fans compare that history to the Kelly Rowland rumor, suddenly, a pattern starts to appear. Jay-Z avoiding a paternity test isn't new. It's a whole playbook. So when people look at Titan, hear the whispers, and remember the Rhymir case, this wild rumor suddenly starts to feel way too believable. And that brings us right back to Kelly. Years ago, she dropped the emotional bombshell Dirty Laundry, a song that shook the entire industry. On the surface, Dirty Laundry was about an abusive relationship, losing herself physically, emotionally, mentally. But the more fans listened, the more they heard something deeper hiding between the lines. One line hit like a punch to the chest. Kelly admitted she felt jealous of Beyonce's success. Not out of hate, but out of brokenness. She wanted to celebrate her sister, but she was drowning. She couldn't even say it out loud without falling apart. That raw confession cracked the polished Destiny's Child image wide open. Suddenly, the world saw the real Kelly, a woman suffering quietly while standing next to one of the biggest stars on Earth. And once people realized she'd been carrying invisible pain for years, the rumors about secret relationships, hidden drama, and unspoken truths didn't seem so far-fetched anymore. That single confession changed the entire narrative. It made fans wonder, what else had Kelly been holding back? What truths were buried behind the smile? Then Kelly revealed the moment that shocked everyone. She couldn't even record the song without breaking down. Not little tears. Full emotional collapse. Every attempt ended in tears, shaking, stopping, trying again, and falling apart all over. That wasn't performance. That wasn't acting. That was real pain. The kind you carry for years, the kind you hide even from the people closest to you. That kind of emotional collapse only happens when a song is hitting something bigger than the lyrics. Something personal, something heavy, maybe even something forbidden. So naturally, fans started connecting dots all over again. What if Dirty Laundry wasn't only about abuse? What if some of that heartbreak came from something deeper? Something she could never say out loud without blowing up everything around her. For years, people have believed that the song was Kelly's way of letting a hidden truth leak out, without naming names, without pointing fingers, without burning the entire industry to the ground. But what has Kelly actually said about the Jay-Z rumor? Nothing. She's never confirmed it. She's never denied it. She just sits in the quiet space between truth and speculation. And that silence is exactly why the rumor refuses to die. Fans swear silence speaks louder than words. And Kelly's silence? It has people talking louder than ever. Whenever she speaks about her family, especially her husband, Tim Weatherspoon, she lights up. "My son has the best father in the world," she once said. On paper, that should end the rumor instantly. But the internet doesn't work like that, because every time the Jay-Z rumor resurfaces, Kelly doesn't shut it down. She laughs, dodges, pivots, redirects, but never debunks. And to a lot of people, that silence feels loud. Sure, Kelly has every right to protect her private life, but online, silence is gasoline. She doesn't owe anyone explanations, but when a rumor this big gets met with soft smiles and quick subject changes, people start reading between the lines. So the question the internet keeps circling back to is this: is Kelly staying silent to protect her family? To avoid reopening old drama? Or because there might be just enough truth in the rumor that she doesn't want to touch it at all? Her praise for Tim might be completely genuine, and honestly, it probably is. But the silence around everything else? That's what keeps this rumor breathing. Because in a world where one tweet could shut the whole thing down instantly, Kelly's choice to keep sidestepping it feels intentional. And knowing how private she is, how carefully she protects her peace, her brand, and her family, it makes perfect sense. She wouldn't dare touch something this explosive, but that silence, it leaves the door cracked open just enough for the internet to slide right through. So fans keep asking, is this whole thing just wild fan fiction gone viral? Are people overanalyzing Titan's smile or Jay-Z's reaction on that red carpet? Is Kelly simply a loyal friend? Nothing more, nothing less. Or is there a tiny piece of truth buried under all that polished PR quiet? Maybe we'll never know. But that has never stopped the internet from connecting dots every time Kelly and Jay-Z appear in the same frame. So let me ask you, is this pure online chaos, or is there a secret hiding in plain sight? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, share this video with your crew, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive celebrity stories. Thanks for watching Celebrial, and I'll see you in the next one.